Hi all, this is Dr. J at 11 coming to you live, streaming live from Long Island, New York. Weather was really nice, a little crisp, but really beautiful day. And the stock market was also doing quite well with the Dow up a couple of 100 points. Let's check the biotechs, but first a little housekeeping, your own due diligence, a reminder that my opinions are my own and that they do not constitute investment advice. And sometimes Dr. J has some really good ideas, sometimes I don't, but if you follow me, it's at your own risk. Having said that, let's take a look at what's doing at the market close today, 10-1. We're going to look in particular at Actinium, Athersys, Advaxis, and Cel-sci. So let's get right to the videotapes. Earlier in the day, we talked about other biotechs, Geron, Oncosec, and one other one, along with the IBB. So let's take a look and focus in on these that we didn't talk about earlier in the day. Sharing screen takes about 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. We're now sharing screen. Okay, let's take a look first at Cel-sci, CVM, and it's loading up from 10:51 a.m. It was up a nickel. Let's see how it actually closed on the day. I believe it closed higher than that. So let's see. This is a stock that's been on fire. It's caught in like a funnel that's taking it higher and higher and higher. Very pleasant chart to look at if you're long. Up 21 cents today at 426, which is 5.19%. And if you notice from the chart, it's hugging its upper trend line, and it's an expanding cone so that it's getting away from its lower trend line, which is also ascending. So this is a pretty nice situation to be in. You're either going up or you're going up. So whether you go up slowly along this trend line or you go up quickly along this trend line, we're in pretty good shape here, it looks like, as long as it doesn't suddenly start following this descending trend line, which had 2 touches earlier in the month. So it looks pretty damn good. It looks like it could continue this way for a while, hovering between like by let's say by mid-October, it could be between 413 and 470, somewhere in that range, a wide range, but an upward range for the most part. Okay, let's take a look at go through these fairly quickly because it's late at night, 7 o'clock p.m. already. Athersys. Athersys also had a strong day today. It was up 2 pennies at 11:25 a.m., but I think it closed higher than that. And this is nice because the IBB, which had been up earlier in the day, actually closed down on the day. So that shows strength in these underlying little baby blue chips. Up 6 pennies on the day, but not yet free of the 210 wall. There's a big wall here at the 210 level. And there was another touch today at 210. I'd like to see one day go by at least where it doesn't touch that 210 level, it stays above it. This is a stock that it looks like it's ready to zoom, and it certainly has the fundamentals, underlying fundamentals with its multi-stem product and its ischemic stroke trials in Japan, which are getting closer and closer to completion. 2019, second half, I believe, we'll start seeing some results. So, and also an expansion of the trials and other indications together with its partner Helios. So there's a lot to look forward to. Bill Van Brocklin is a phenomenal CEO. We talk about this one over and over again, but the chart is now showing great strength, and that we like. So that is a strong buy. CVM is another buy, but it could buy on dips, I would say. ATNM, Actinium. Actinium had a nice day today, hugging its ascending, lower end of its ascending channel. It made a new all-time high, not all-time high, but yearly high on the 26th of September of 87 cents, taking out that double top at 85 cents. So all in all, technically it looks fine. I'd like to see movement up above this lower trend line instead of half above and half below. I don't like that. I want to see it trading above to make a clear break of this lower trend line and head towards that 87 cents again. So right now it's kind of it's going up, but it's not making a decisive move. It has some very nice fundamentals. A shout out to Uncle Fred, who sent me a link to the conference call that described the new initiative in the CAR-T space. I think it's being called IOMAB Act. And one of the things I took away from that the description that I read about it was that it minimizes the problem with CRS. CRS is cytokine release syndrome, also known as cytokine storm, which is an attack of the body's killer cells against its own organs. So it could be very deadly, and it is a problem with all the immunotherapy drugs. But this approach, this drug, would minimize that, and that's a very big thing. And it was pointed out that there's a lot of competition, but it's thought that this particular drug can come out on top, and that's a big statement. Okay, so we covered 3 of the 4 that I want to cover. One more, Advaxis. Or how would I rate this? I would rate this a buy. Advaxis at this point. The chart doesn't look quite as good as when it was moving along the upper trend line, but it does look like it's pulling back. It might even retest the 70s again. 77.5 pennies would be the where I draw the line in the sand, so to speak. But I am accumulating on this one, so I don't really care that it doesn't go straight up. I want more shares. So I like the fundamentals on this one. I talked about the alliance, the collaborations with Merck, with who else? With Merck, with AstraZeneca, with Bristol Myers Squibb, I think with Amgen. So there's a lot of collaborations and licensing deals with a lot of different companies. So this is a very promising drug considering the market cap, considering the price. It is being accumulated by me and probably by other people as smart as me, if not smarter than me. Probably smarter than me. So that's the way I see these 4 biotechs. We reviewed Geron earlier in the day. Geron is looking for a bottom. So we also reviewed Oncosec, whose chart was just not the greatest, but whose fundamentals Dr. J likes a lot. We also reviewed the IBB, which looked like it was in a very good channel. And it does look that way, but it wound up a little bit off on the day. So this has been Dr. J, streaming live from Eastern Long Island, saying Saranara, saying Shalom, saying Adieu, saying Bon Tutela, saying Adios amigos, saying Ciao. See you to all tomorrow. Bye-bye. Any chat messages before I go? Not that I see. Okay. Take care. Bye-bye.